I'm using Msty Studio Desktop, the free edition again. And last time I showed how you can use the Google and Brave RTD providers, but there is another way to add real-time data to your conversations without enabling one of these RTD providers. And let me show you how to do that. So this is going to depend on using a specific model provider, specifically Gemini. And we'll be using Gemini 2.5 Pro and 2.5 Flash for this example. So to get here, of course, you'll want to add Gemini as a model provider. And I'll have a link in the description below where you could get your API key for Gemini. And I would say Google with Gemini provides a pretty hefty free allowance. So you could do quite a bit with Google Gemini for free. So like all things with Google, they provide a lot of free things, but of course you're the product. So just keep that in mind with all of this. And let's go back to our conversation window right here. And if I just start chatting with 2.5 and ask something like, search the web for weather in Sacramento, it's going to tell us that it doesn't have any real-time weather updates. And this is what we'd expect to see for any of the models, really. And that's why adding this RTD for Google and Brave would be a benefit because it could provide some of that real-time data. But again, I'm going to show you how to use a Gemini model and without using one of those RTD provider options. So what you could do for this is click on the model parameters icon and then click on where it says select a preset and then scroll down to where you see Gemini with search grounding. So this is going to add a few model parameters that we see here, with the key one being use search grounding equal to true. And let's apply that. So now if I just went up here and just resent the message, let's see what we get back. All right, so with enabling that parameter, what Google is doing is Google's model is accessing real-time data on its side, and it's incorporating that into the response. So we could see that data here, and we could expand the grounding sources, and we could see the sources that it used to provide this response. So this is just a different way for you to also be able to get some real-time data sources in there, albeit you don't have as much control per se over the configuration of the real-time data, but it is another way to provide real-time data to the conversation. So I did this with Flash, but let's click on Pro and do the same. I'm going to add a context shield. And then once again, for model parameters, select a preset, and then select the option Gemini with search grounding and apply that. And then let's ask another question that it would need real-time data for. How about what are the current rankings in college football? And all right, we're getting a response here, and it's saying as of mid-November 2025, which is what it is right now. And we see the key rankings for the AP Top 25 and for the coaches pool. And we see the sources that were used. So it looks like quite a few sources. Again, this is another way to get real-time data into your conversations, specifically with using Google Gemini models.